Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, we are doing this actually. We are doing this. What are the three things you have learned? I was going to ask you before anything. What are the three things that you have learned about being a wife since we are married?
First, I'd say is that I cannot be a wife without submitting to the Lord. I cannot be a wife without the Holy Spirit. I cannot be a wife without having the person of the Holy Spirit lead me. Because in the first place, when the Bible was speaking about how the Lord formed Eve, how she came about in the first place, before he now says she's his helpmate, he speaks of how the Lord saw a need for her, was why he made her. Before he now said, okay, she's going to be an helpmate to Adam. So it means that the Lord saw a need for me to be a wife before he made me one. And it means that if he is the one that saw a need for me, then he's the one that knows the need for me. So it means that I have to work with him every step of the way. And I have learned and I am learning that, times where I don't submit to him are the times things go bad. Hello, I'm Adela.
And I'm Michael.
You're welcome to the I Want to Fair podcast. In case you're not Yoruba, I'm sure you're wondering what this means. So it's a Yoruba name, or it's a Yoruba word for the ones that. So it's actually, the full name is actually Awonti Oluwatife, but it's shortened to Awonti Otife, and it means that the ones that God has loved. You get the ones, or you can say the ones loved by God, the beloved of God.
Talking back to 2021, God put a vision in my heart to have a community where couples are brought together, and the intention is to restore families back into the original state God intended. It's a platform that strengthens and equips families for God's agenda and purposes, a space where homes are healed and restated.
So this podcast is one of the expressions of this vision I want you to fair, and it's basically a space, a podcast where we'll be having our married folks, believers, yes, because we are believers, right? And God gave this vision. So we'll be having married believers, to share their experiences, of how the journey has been, how the Lord has been leading them through their marriage journey, right? We believe so much in our hearts that the intention of God for this this podcast will be achieved. We believe so much that even by watching, by just listening, healing will come, and the very purposes of God will be fulfilled in homes and in families. Yes. So just in case you have any Christian couple whose marriages are working, of Christian homes that are working, doesn't matter how long they've been together, you can please write to us. We'd love to have them on the podcast.
Yeah, so the email to write us is shown on the screen. Please feel free to write us. We believe and we hope that families will be blessed and lives will be changed and homes will be restored back into God's intention. So sit back, get used to seeing our faces.
Please follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram and YouTube for now, just as written on your screen at Awonti Otife. Thank you.
Bye.